So we're ready to get underway. Always something special about that first delivery. It can really set the tone for the match. Singh has the ball in hand and will get us underway. Hopefully there'll be some swing and bounce with this new ball early on. Edged it.
Nice bowling.
Looking to get the innings started, just can't get it away.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Keeper.
A couple on offer here.
Off the mark nicely. Good movement and communication straight away, and they get a couple.
Wait on.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Not a great delivery, got it full, and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Wait on. Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Keeper.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
5 runs added there. The Royals are none for 5. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Jansen, the left-arm fast bowler, is the new bowler from the north end.
That was a pretty wild delivery. Lost all control.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Wait there. Yep.
Strong appeal.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Jansen has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Well bowled, but that's another super shot. Onto the front foot, presented the full face of the bat and got it into the gap and all the way to the rope.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
More decisive running may have gotten them two. You look at that and I would say they would have made it easily. They need to be a little bit more switched on than that.
Yep.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward and dispatches that to the boundary.
Yep.
Big shout.
Yep.
What a catch.
That's a key wicket, not what you want so early in the innings, barely troubling the scorer.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Wait.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Waiting. Yep.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Keeper.
Really? That's just wasting everyone's time.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Wait.
Just threw the shot too early.
Up.
Edge. Amazing delivery.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
4 runs added in the over. The Royals are 1 for 28. Stoinis coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Finds the edge. Big appeal. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Bowler is confident on this one. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Decisive running might have gotten 2. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
That sees the completion of the over. A good one too. Not many opportunities to score. Huge appeal.
Wait.
Just threw the shot too early.
edge, unplayable.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on. Wow, that's missed the lot. Loud appeal. Power and precision in that shot.
Came forward onto the front foot and eased it away to the boundary.
Wait there.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Timing just a little early on that occasion.
The end of another over. This time, though, some more fielding changes are coming as the restrictions are lifted. 5 fielders now allowed outside the circle. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
A few moves made in the field.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Wait there.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one. Nicked it. Now then, was there a faint edge? Out. Good catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Confident appeal. Could it be?
Yep. Yep.
That's the over. The Royals are 2 for 45.
2 for 45.
Beaten on the drive.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Chance to run 2. Crying wolf is not the best approach. It'll just annoy the umpire.
Yep. Wait on.
Quick onto that in the infield. End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. The Royals are 2 for 50.
Yep.
got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running. Well, not a great delivery, got it full, lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Drives and misses everything.
Tried to get the drive away, but timed it poorly. Lucky to survive.
Yep.
Right in the slot, right where they like it. The ball races to the boundary.
Well, that was a very solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Yep.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure a few more runs would have been better, but this has been a good innings.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength. Couldn't get it through the field.
Waiting. Yep.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Loud shout.
Yep.
It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway.
Yep.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Yep.
End of the over, a good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
Yep.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Misses everything.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Wait on.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yep.
Oh my, that's racing away.
Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple run.
Wait on.
4 runs added in that over. The Royals are 3 for 70.
Yeah.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Waiting.
Gone! Excellent catch, close to the bat.
Got to their 50 without a lot of trouble. Unfortunately for them, the 100 wasn't to be as they head back to the dressing room.
Yep.
That shot allows them to get off the mark.
Waiting.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find a gap.
Yep.
Good return back from the deep. Decisive running might have just got them two. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Yep.
End of a really good over, taking a wicket and really slowing down the scoring rate. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Yep. Yeah.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them. Cuts that off well in the infield. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Exquisitely done on the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Gee, they're bowling well at the moment. They complete another very good over.
For 79.
Going with spin now.
Spinner coming on to bowl.
Yep.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
It was just a little bit too full and it was beautifully timed.
Yep.
Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary.
Good return back from the deep.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Yeah.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters. Stoinis from the south end. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4. Good shot. A beauty.
No point running for that one. That was 4 off the bat. Beautiful shot off the front foot.
Yep.
They'll get at least 1.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this.
Yep.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
End of the over. The Royals are 4 for 99.
That ball was just an invitation that was accepted by return of post. Singh will be disappointed with that delivery.
Yep.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Really? That's just wasting everyone's time. Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Thick edge. 9 runs added there. The Royals are 4 for 108. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. Picks the gap perfectly.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here. Big appeal.
Yep.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. The Royals are 4 for 170.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Solid partnership. 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. overpitched and helped to the boundary.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Had a go at that one, but the amount of spin was just incredible. Not surprising, they just got air on that. Just lucky, it missed the stumps.
Couldn't have played that any better. A couple on offer here.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yeah. Timed that perfectly.
Really good shot that, as they're now into the 20s. They can take plenty of confidence from it going forwards.
Yep. Beautifully played through the leg side off the back foot.
There was a split second to decide which end to throw to, and in the end, it was a poor choice.
End of the over. 17 runs coming from it. The Royals are 4 for 134. Singh, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
Yep. Great shot. Placement exquisite.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot. Shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that. The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Yeah, too full. Got what it deserved.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Yep. They picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
That's the over. The Royals are 4 for 149. Jansen, the left-arm fast bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Precision. Past the umpire and not likely to get cut off.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
Keeper.
End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. The Royals are 4 for 154. And the innings comes to an end. Punjab will need 155 runs. The openers are coming out to begin the chase. A few early boundaries will help settle things down. The bowlers will only need a sniff to get back in the game.
Yep. No!
Quick onto that in the infield. There's a run here, surely.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Hit right on the body. Misjudged it a bit maybe, but couldn't seem to get out of the way. That will have hurt.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
Singh comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today.
Yep.
Right out of the middle.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. Going with pace now.
Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Good throw from the deep, on target. That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary. A poor delivery and a fine shot in the end.
Yep. No.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Short and wide. Did well to get some bat on that.
That's off the middle of the bat.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Yep. No. Yep. Yep.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads, not the bat though.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Hasaranga coming into the attack from the south end.
They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close though.
Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Perfectly timed.
Good return back from the deep. Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on that shot.
Yep.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Yep.
Six runs added there. Punjab are none for 37.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there. Misses everything.
Nice bowling.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Yep.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder. There'll be one run here for them.
Yep. No, no, no!
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yep, yep.
Great shot through the gap.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
Gone. Brilliant in the field.
Back to the sheds, but a good contribution to the team today. It's been a nice knock.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Got hold of it. A pretty good bouncer. Enough control to get it away.
Just perfection. A majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for four.
Perfect technique and placement.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
Effortless. A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
It was just a little bit wide. Well picked up and let the ball do all the work, really, to push it down towards third man.
into the gap. Nice shot.
It was driven very well, I might add.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Keeper.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Yep.
I think that's called for the front foot. Not by much, but that doesn't matter.
Trouble. Oh, gone.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It really looked like it would be moving to a big score, and it's not to be.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
That showed great skill and lovely timing. The boundary was the only place it was heading.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. 5 fielders now allowed outside the circle.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep.
Just about timed that perfectly.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Yep. Yep.
They'll push hard. Should get back for 2.
He was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Yes. Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary. Should at least get a couple.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
Over. Punjab are 3 for 92.
Yep.
Power and precision in that shot.
Tried to take the pace off by rolling the fingers across the seam. It's a great shot. Didn't take a lot of effort to get it away.
Well bowled.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Nice bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Bowler.
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yes. No. Yep.
Loud shout. So they do indeed signal for the review. Just feel it's a little bit foolish, seemed out to me.
How close is that? Could be the wicket.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand. With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Yes.
They'll get at least one. Singh takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries.
Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Singh gets off the mark.
Wow, that's missed a lot.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Nice bowling.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two were quick enough to avoid the run out in the end.
Archer doing really well to keep the pressure on these two. Another good over of bowling.
Yep.
Moving well between the wickets. Great running, fantastic running, but it's leg byes to the total.
Yep. Yep.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Yes.
This could be trouble.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Yep.
Pushed nicely into the covers. Might go all the way.
Misjudged that throw, and the batter survived what would have been a certain run-out. Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous-looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yes.
Nice shot. Runs possible. Sharma has really kept the pressure on in this over. Just needs to maintain the momentum going forwards. The right armour is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
Cuts that off well in the infield.
You can't say how important that dive was. They scrambled the run, just about made it.
Yep. No!
A couple on offer here.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Doesn't bother with the bat, just pad. Big appeal. Tough call either way. Might be worth risking a review if they're right.
Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. Looking good so far. No issue with the bounce. Oh, that's so close, but the decision will stay the same. And it's unfortunate in the end, but if you're the batter, you're still there.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on.
Yes.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
End of the over, 6 off it. Punjab are 4 for 121. Sharma from the north end.
Yep.
Unplayable, no reward, flying to the boundary.
Threw the hands at it, got it early, but enough to get on it for 4.
Flew away with pace, brilliant timing.
That ball has been hit. It has flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Drives and misses everything.
Not a very smart shot. Got nothing onto it in the end.
Yep.
Caught, what a position to set there, a brilliant catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. Will have to wait, though, to face their first ball.
Yes.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yes.
Got that away nicely.
That's the way you want to start your innings. Into position quickly and drills it to the boundary.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over.
Yes.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Just a little bit wide. Well picked up. And let the ball do all the work, really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yes.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Good batting. Get an opportunity to score and take it.
Beautiful slower delivery. Just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Yep.
Decisive running might have gotten two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yes.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers.
Yes.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out. Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Middle that one. Great timing.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Perfectly timed.
And that marks the end of the match. Punjab have taken the victory. Thank you very much.
From the moment the openers walked onto the ground, you felt they knew it was their day. A huge win and fully deserved.